Guys, how are we doing? Welcome to masterclass number 4. Okay, I hope you're good. Hope you're well. If you're coming through, please do hit the love heart button. Let me know that you've been through and watched. Do comment down below just if you've been through, just to say hi and if this resonates for you. Okay, so we are doing a build up towards starting our 90-day elite movement for men who are looking to get off the hamster wheel and start taking charge of their lives again. All right, start being in a position and an environment, following a process that allows them to grow and build their lives. All right, guys, we have 3 places left, and if you want to read up on what it's all about, attached to this video on the copy, there is a link. You can click on that, check out the brochure. Don't procrastinate. When those 3 places are gone, we are closing down, all right? Otherwise, the places go on till Sunday night. So tonight we're going to be looking at work-life balance. One of the biggest problems that I come across when I'm working with guys, and we work with a lot of guys through our 5-day challenges, webinars, mastermind brotherhoods, seminars, workshops, whatever you come across, is trying to create a balance between obligations of work and passions for personal life. And usually when we talk about personal life, and when we talk about life, we're looking at doing things that we want to do, we're looking at people we want to be around, and we are trying to get the right balance. Now, this is something that doesn't happen overnight, right? And anyone coming to work with us through this process is going to start establishing set routines, set patterns, discipline, awareness that's going to allow them to win, right? That's going to allow them to win to get to this growth phase. And it takes time. It's not something that just comes along. You just don't get work-life balance. We have to rewire the way that we think. We have to rewire our actions. We have to have some emotional connection to what we're doing. Now, there are 4 points that I'm going to go through here with you that we have to establish over a period of time. Remember, 1% a day, every day, forever. That's what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, that's what we're trying to achieve, and anyone coming through this process will understand that this is about the long term. We're trying to create lifelong habits, lifelong routines, structures, and a shift of mentality. So the first one that we're looking at is boundaries. Now, one of the biggest problems that I see, or one of the biggest things we fail to implement, are boundaries. And boundaries are, if you like, another word would be rules that allow us to live our lives by a certain set of rules, by a certain set of boundaries. Now, one of the things when it comes to work-life balance and it comes to boundaries are timings. Now, something that we implement hugely in our Brotherhood Mastermind is weekly planning. And we plan out our weeks on the Saturday, and what you do is you're held accountable. I put mine up, and then what the lads do is end up putting their timetable up. And this holds the guys accountable to where they're going to be and what they're going to be doing at what time. Now, this brings in a huge amount of control of your time and energy. It brings in a huge amount of consistency, a huge amount of clarity about where your time is going and how you're managing it. Because a lot of the time, you're just on that hamster wheel, right? Running along, working really hard, and actually just not getting anywhere. And it's frustrating, and it becomes a real ball bag. All right, so we must create boundaries. And through this process, that is what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how to create those boundaries. We're going to teach you how to do your weekly planning, how to know when you're going to put different individual parts of your life where. So our morning routine, which we've already talked about, our work schedule, when we're going to do our wrap-up period, which is when we start coming out of that work phase, that intense work phase, when we're going into our evening routine, what we're going to be doing on that evening routine. And we start creating boundaries, and we have like little triggers, like our alarms going off that signify, hey, it's time to finish work, it's time to start chilling out and being dad, it's time to go to the gym, it's time to go for that run, it's time to do your journal, it's time to show up and do your accountability. So we're rewiring the brain and the way that we think, all right? Routines. So building up a solid evening routine from the minute that you finish work, and what we have and what we bring in and introduce is a wrap-up period, a transition period, and then an evening period. So what we have to kind of do is go through the wrap up, which is winding down the emotions, winding down the thought process, the overwhelm, and everything that we carry through work, all of those emotions, and being able to let them go. All right, so we can leave the armor at the door. We don't want to come home and you're tiptoeing around so that your missus is like wondering whether you're going to come back in a bad mood or not. Right? Does that all make sense? Do you resonate with that? You know, coming back like, oh my God, I'm just going to take the day out on everyone. So we go through that wrap up, we go through the transition. So we're shifting the mindset from a intense work obligated one to one where we're going in to be dad, husband, calm, collective, ready to go. And again, that's what we're teaching the guys through this movement. So we've got boundaries, we've got routines. Now we've got systems next. So systems are like the integral parts. They are the micro elements working hard to making sure that we are doing what we say we're going to do. So there is a system in place when we go through the work-life balance regime. So what we got to do is get ourselves into a really, really good habit, really, really good routine, so much so that it just becomes part of your blood, part of your DNA, and you stop loafing around and you stop drifting and you stop the victim mentality. And the system allows us to slip into this system and just do it automatically. That's what we're trying to do here with guys over this 90 days. This is not just like a 90 days and like, you know, off we go. This is a 90 days and man, this is my life now. Okay, we identify ourselves with those systems, with the mentality that comes with those systems, and that's how we shift this mentality. That's how we go from being inconsistent, running on the hamster wheel, going up and back down, to someone that is just gradually 1% building in the right direction. And we have systems for the evening routine, systems for leaving work, systems for the morning when we do the morning routine. There are systems that we implement, small micro things that improve the quality of our life. And then the last one is discipline. Discipline comes from process. It comes from accountability and support, which there is an abundance of through these 90 days. Discipline is doing the same thing over and over again, recognizing our wins, recognizing our failures, and actually learning from them and building up this impulsive picture in your head, or this impulsive action in your head that says, no, I'm not going to drop to that standard. This is the standard. This is the status. This is what we're trying to achieve. And we do that through repetition, through process, accountability, support, and direction. So these 4 categories and what I've spoke about really build up, okay, how we manage and develop that work-life balance so that we can enjoy our job if we do. Okay, and if you don't, then we're going to talk about career jail tomorrow night. And then we're going to look at how we can create a lifestyle that allows us to not allow our work to dictate our life, but our work to fit in and around our life. So we change those words around, okay? We're not going to be dictated by our career or our business. Okay? We want that just to slip in and be part of the whole process of living. So we're not existing, we're living, and we're following this process. Okay, if some of this is like resonate with you, if some of the other videos that we've done have resonated with you, I'd love for you to come and join us on this 90 day. Come into our Brotherhood Mastermind. We've been doing this now for years. We understand, guys. We've had over 10,000 guys come through our 5-day challenge. We've got like 135 guys working every single day on themselves. We'd love to invite you into the community and come through this 2-phase process, building the foundations, embedding them, and then getting ready to go to the growth phase. Okay, so there is continuation learning, developing, support, accountability. The link's in the bios, somewhere around here on the copy. On Instagram, it's on my bio. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description. But go and check it out. If you've got any questions, you can email me at boardmanjames.com. All right, we've got tomorrow night, we've got Friday night. I look forward to seeing you there. Tomorrow we're going to talk about career jail and being unhappy in our job role and how we can get out of that.